Today we have a huge update on WWE going to Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions. Will the event be relocated? What is going on? How is it all going to happen? What's really the plan here? Well, we have some updates as it develops, and we're going to talk about it right now on the Ango Show. As you guys know, Night of Champions is a very big deal, and I'm going to keep you guys covered around the clock this week, so make sure you guys are subscribed if you're not. But we got to talk about this massive update to Night of Champions. Thankfully, Fightful has dropped a very interesting report. Also, we have some developments that have come from foreign news channels as well. And well, right now, as of right now, WWE is still scheduled to go to Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions. However, there are some very big challenges, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But as of right now, WWE talent scheduled for the trip had not been informed of any changes to their travel plans. The current schedule has talent traveling midweek via a charter plane to be in Riyadh for this week's SmackDown, followed by Night of Champions. Now, in addition to that, WrestleVotes has come out with a tweet saying, from the not very shocking department, yet very relevant, we spoke to a source scheduled to be part of WWE's trip to Saudi Arabia for Night of Champions this weekend, who hopes the company reconsiders making the journey at this time. Now, of course, there are tons and tons and tons of reports and things coming out about talent not necessarily feeling comfortable with the situation as it stands. If you guys are completely unaware of what I'm talking about, there are some extreme tensions in the Middle East at this time. And this is where things become a little chaotic because WWE talent, it's not the first time that WWE has gone to Saudi Arabia, amidst tensions rising in the Middle East. However, currently as it stands, it seems to be getting much more worse as time goes on. Now, of course, this leads into a couple more problems with the talent not feeling comfortable because, as you guys know, WWE going to Saudi Arabia becomes a pretty big ordeal. WWE will go out there, they do things with the community, they do fan events, and as of this time right now, WWE has yet to announce any of that. WWE hasn't revealed the kickoff show plans, they haven't revealed any sort of fan experiences, which could be a signal that maybe WWE is looking to get in and get out, which, if you're the WWE, it could make a lot of sense in that regard, right? Because you are trying to get in and get out and do your show as a business. However, it doesn't really make sense considering the climate currently as it stands. Now, of course, with WWE talent feeling uncomfortable, that is pretty expected. Just as WrestleVotes said, the source that he spoke to was that they hope the company reconsiders making the journey. Now, WWE, we don't know if they're going to actually reconsider it, but the fact that they haven't announced anything kind of tells you what you need to know there. But in a major update, we have found out that the WWE ring crew is currently stuck in Qatar. Now, for those who don't know, Al Jazeera and multiple other foreign news channels have come out with reports that the airspace in the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Qatar have been shut down. Now, these are temporary. We don't know how long that will be, but that actually means as of right now, the in-ring crew for WWE is currently stuck in Qatar. So this is a very big development because even as of right now, they have yet to be able to travel to Saudi Arabia to even set up anything for the arena. And because of that, we need to remember that WWE talent have yet to leave. So if the in-ring crew is set back, if they're facing a setback because of the airspace being shut down in Qatar, then you really have to wonder if WWE talent will even be able to get there anyways. And this is why things are a little bit more chaotic because of the fact that, it does take a little bit of time to actually, travel. It takes a little bit of time to actually set up the arena. This is obviously becoming problematic, and it's a very big challenge that WWE and TKO as a company will have to navigate through. Now, because of the reports have come out, there is no indication that the shutdown is permanent, obviously. It is a temporary shutdown, but we don't know. As of today, it's Monday, June 23rd. Tomorrow, Wednesday, we don't know exactly what's going to happen. But obviously, WWE does have to, at some point, send their talent out there, which they may not even be able to do that if their in-ring crew, who has already left early, has not been able to do that. So talent that were spoken to were obviously noted by WWE management that they are assessing the situation just as much as everyone else is, which is obviously a pretty big deal. you have to wonder if WWE is going to make a change very soon. And it seems like it's a race against the clock, honestly, in all seriousness. I think it's a race against the clock, and I think WWE just naturally has to figure out a way to, because, you'll have to bring your crew back. You'll have to find another venue to do the event. You're going to have to make a lot of changes here. And that's why this is such a big challenge. There's just so many things in the way of WWE from being able to do this. It's going to be very difficult. And that leads us to whether or not the event will be rescheduled. Now, currently, as it stands, WWE talent have not been braced for any sort of change. They've not been told about any sort of change. But WWE does have access to the Performance Center. WWE does have access to the UFC Apex. I understand that it's not necessarily ideal, but considering everything that is going on, you really have to just wonder if WWE is going to do it. If WWE is going to, reconvene with Saudi Arabia and schedule an event at another time with Saudi Arabia, you have to wonder if WWE is going to put themselves in a situation where, they bring the show to Las Vegas, or they bring the show to the Performance Center. They do it. Listen, CM Punk John Cena is a massive match. Maybe you have to move it to Saturday night's main event, right? Like, maybe you have to move it to a different event. Maybe you have to press pause. This is where WWE is really being challenged to the point that this is out of their control. And, geographically where Saudi Arabia stands, where they're at on the map, it's a very big reason for this. It's not, it's not anything that they can necessarily do to change anything, right? Again, this is completely out of their control. So I think, just based on everything that is currently happening, WWE should relocate the event. It doesn't matter if it's at the Performance Center. It doesn't matter if it's in Las Vegas. It doesn't matter if it's at the Apex. It doesn't matter if it's a smaller venue. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, what really matters is the health and safety of everybody. And, with all of these challenges happening, with the ring crew being stuck, you can't do fan experiences. If the idea is, okay, we're going to not do any fan experiences, we're just going to go in, get the event done, come back home, I don't know if that's necessarily the right mentality. I think the right mentality would be, hey, we can do more events there, just at this moment in time probably isn't the best idea. But the fact that WWE is, they're racing against the clock, it's going to be very interesting to see how this all gets handled. And obviously, just for the safety of everybody, you want everybody to be safe. You don't want to see this kind of stuff going down. So very, very challenging times ahead. I don't know how WWE is going to go about it. As of this time, it's still going forward as planned. I have a feeling we're going to get more updates, so please make sure you click subscribe, and I'll keep you guys updated along the way.